Hello, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
How you doing?
Ooh, we're doing great. Great week. Pumped.
Yeah, pretty good week.
Really, getting things are still, it's the calm before the storm, right?
The Purim and Pesach storm.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So this is like, getting all our ducks in a row.
All right. So things are good. The last day of February. Hey, Ari.
Ari's like clutch, how he's always just there to be the first guy and wave us along. What's up, Ari?
I don't think he likes us. I think it's the wine. He's like really into wine.
I'm really excited about this wine.
Okay, so let's
jump straight into it. It's a pretty new wine, so a lot of people don't know about it.
Right.
So talk about it.
Yeah, let's.
And then we can get back to talking about Ari.
Yeah. All right. So this week's Parsha is Parshat Vayakhel, and in this week's Parsha talks about a few things, but basically, one of the key themes is Moshe gathers the Jews and tells them it's time to give us some money. Because we need to build the Mishkan and buy some furniture and get that all.
Was he the first fundraiser in Jewish history?
It's possible, yeah. It's definitely the first like grand appeal,
right. It was like the first like Yizkor appeal or something.
Right. So basically, the Torah says, Kol Nadiv Libo, you should give as much as your heart desires. Essentially, what happens is the Jews show up bigly. And at some point, Moshe has to say, like, okay, guys, that's enough. Stop.
Right.
We're good.
Said no fundraiser ever.
Right. That was also a first and a last. And they were good to go. So this week's Parsha, given the theme, we decided to pair it with the Nadiv Reshit. And Nadiv, it's like
because he was the first, and he was the first
fundraiser.
And
he was the first fundraiser. So Reshit is
and the last one to say it's enough.
Right. So it's perfect pairing. So we're going to go ahead and try this, and like you've said before, this is a new wine. It hasn't been in the market that long. I think it arrived last year, but it's there's a lot of good kosher wines out there. So this one, we may have never talked about it before. We obviously had the winemaker here.
Right. So Pierre was here, and we're like, it's just really, really cool to have a wine like this. First of all, on the nose, there's just so much forest fruit. Clearly predominant Cabernet Sauvignon. This is a huge wine.
Yep.
Majority Cab. What do you got over here?
Yeah,
70% Cabernet. But you also have, some of that Cab Franc dustiness coming through.
Yeah. You get that greenness, that more of that
underripe kind of stuff, and
it's surprising. There's only 5% of Syrah, and if you remember from tasting this before, but when you taste it, I feel like you get that jump of that red fruit from the Syrah.
Really, yeah. And so we're really excited, and beautiful color.
So this is more or less a Bordeaux blend, but with just some Syrah in there. And it's definitely, Pierre's from France, and he makes wines, very French style wines. But this, and we'll drink it. We'll talk about it more. But this also has like an Israeli kind of
right. So let's give it a whirl.
Signature. But let's go ahead. Definitely a beautiful nose.
So what are you getting on the palate?
I'm getting some of the greenness from the Cab Franc. I'm getting like a cherry from the Syrah, but obviously the Cab being the dominant varietal, you're getting a lot of the typical Cab. Or I should say maybe not even so typical.
Black currant.
You get a lot of the black
forest fruits.
And even the Merlot, like you can
soft. It's going to soften it a little bit.
Softens it up, but it's big, bold, juicy.
Right, and what I really like about this wine, and when we had it when Pierre was here, I thought it was fantastic, was that typically Israeli wines, are doing very big Cabernets, fruity, not so balanced, high acid, high alcohol. This wine is pretty nice. It's much more, I'd say. I wouldn't go as far to say this is like a classic Bordeaux. It still has that Israeli influence.
No, definitely.
But it's something you don't really get to have very often.
But a lot more in the mouthfeel. You don't get attacked. You don't get attacked like a big juicy bomb. It has a juiciness in like some of the profiles, but it's not like, oh my god, there's so much oak, there's so much fruit.
Right.
Very, like you were saying, very balanced.
Tannin is pretty settled, especially for 2016. Nice wine. I think it's definitely a wine I'll be trying again later.
Yeah, very excited about it. When he came in and we tasted all the wines, and I tasted them before, but it's always different when you're at the KFW or something. There's so many people and you're just rushing through it, but we sat down and tried it. Very, very happy with this wine. Delicious stuff. All of them. There's
Right.
like 5 or 6 wines in the
So
series.
let this be let this be the first time everyone should try this wine.
Yeah, everyone should try it.
And it'll be like a gift, like Nadiv.
Nadiv, yeah, and you'll never say stop because it's so good.
There you go. All right. Well, everyone, hope you enjoyed. Have a Shabbat Shalom.
But before we leave, let's just mention a couple of things. First of all, next week is the last week of Sefer Shemos, and next week we'll be drinking another one I'm looking forward to trying, the Binyamina Chosen Diamond. And next week we'll talk about why this wine pairs with the Parsha. So stay tuned. And because we're coming to the end of Sefer Shemos, it means that the next book is around the corner, and with that, we put together a mixed case. A lot of work. I don't know how much longer we're going to be able to do this, but people are asking for it, so we're putting it out there. It's going to be available early next week, so you can get it in time for the first Parsha of Vayikra. It's going to be an amazing case. There's like really, really good stuff in there, and you'll also have stuff for Pesach because there's like 2 weeks that Pesach falls out on Shabbos. So there's no the regular Torah portion.
Stock up, people.
But we're putting in a couple of bottles for those weeks as well. So you'll be able to show off with your family and tell them all about how you can pair wine with the Torah reading.
And you'll be able to bear your family by having wine.
And exactly. So look out for that case.
Good thing no one of my family's on Facebook.
Yeah, or none of them.
Or none of them at least watch.
They get their Dvar Torahs from other sources.
Right. I mean, I think it's pretty reliable.
Yeah, no, this is pretty. It's a great.
Listen, you can't. It's like straight up. It says it in the Parsha.
Yeah, no,
it must be true. Moses said it.
And like I encourage people to take this as just a starting point and really delve into it. Call your rabbi and say I need more about.
Are we ever going to turn this over to the community to make recommendations? Like our customers, everyone ever written us in any
suggestions? Right. So if people have connections besides Vayikra we worked out already, but Bamidbar and Devarim, if there's like a Parsha and the perfect wine that pairs with it. Definitely comment. You'll make my life a lot easier. I actually have to learn a lot to come up with this stuff.
You got much wiser.
Well, yeah.
You haven't learned this much.
I don't know how much of it I retain. But yeah, definitely if you want to help out with that would be great. And live from Kosherwine.com until next week. Wishing you a good Shabbos and hope to see you.